Okay, thank you, everybody. We're gonna call the September 18th Zoning Board of Appeals meeting to order. We have a light agenda for this evening. Just two hearings. One is a continued hearing, the other is a new one. So we will start with our continued public hearing, 43 Highland Street.
Did you get updated plans at all, or?
We did get updated plans.
Great.
So if you all remember, we basically heard from them a month ago, heard from their neighbor who was in favor of them moving forward, and they had some inconsistencies between their application and their site plan was incorrect, and some modifications to the overall plans, and they were lacking dimensions, so we asked them to submit updated plans and an updated site plan, which we do have a copy of the updated site plan with the correct setbacks of the 9.3 feet and 11.2 feet, and the updated, and I saw these online, I haven't looked at these packages, but I remember seeing the dimensions that we asked them to include on the plans. So I don't know if there's really any other discussion we want to have. The public hearing on this is still open. If there's anyone in the audience that has questions or comments they'd like to propose or make on 43 Highland Street and the addition of garage. If that's the case, then we should close public hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I second.
All in favor? Do we have any questions amongst ourselves on how we want to phrase this?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay.
I mean, it's a, it's a variance just on the setback, right? And all we were really looking for was clarification on the plans.
Yes.
Pretty simple.
We needed the correct site plan, which we have, and clarification on the plans, which we have as well. So, we did, through our discussions before, we did find that, based on the configuration of their lot and locations of septic tanks and things of that nature, that this really is the only place that they can put a garage. Obviously, a two-car garage is not unusual in any way, shape, or form. It's attached, so we do not have to worry about any sort of variance for a two-story garage. That's not part of what we're looking at, since it'll be attached. So, I think we did see that they met the findings of the hardship of the lot and the configuration of the lot. And the rest of the feedbacks has been positive from the neighbors, and no dissents that we received.
So then I move that we approve the variance for the two-car garage, the variance for required setback for a two-car garage for 43 Highland Street.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye? Unanimous.
Awesome.
Great, thank you.
We're done here. Thank you very much for
Right.
coming.
So, now we can't start doing anything until after we get the actual,
So we will write up the decision.
okay,
It'll get filed with the clerk, and then there is a 20-day appeal period. So you would have to wait in case somebody wanted to appeal the decision, that's a procedural appeal. We didn't follow the procedure, we didn't give people the opportunity to talk, we didn't find that you met one of the criteria of the variance, which we did. So you'll have to wait, you'd want to wait for that.
okay,
I mean, technically, you could probably start before them, but you're doing it at your own risk, that if somebody appealed and you got held up, you'd be sitting there with whatever you did and might not be able to move forward, so I'd just say wait.
okay.
I think that gives you enough time.
Just discuss with the building inspector
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah.
and they won't have the permit either, right?
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
get a permit until the variance is filed with the assessors anyway.
Yeah, so,
So
But
22 days?
just clear with the building
well, we
inspector.
take, we have how many days to get the,
So it takes, well, we have up to 14 days to file the decision, so I'll write it up, we'll get the approval from the rest of the board. I send it to the town clerk and he stamps it, and when he stamps it, that's when the 20 days start. And I'll email it to you, but I will also physically mail it to you and to all of your abutters. And then after 20 days, you can go to the town clerk's office, get an official copy, and you bring it to the registry of deeds, and then bring it back to the building department and get your permits, and life is good.
what could be simpler?
It's so simple, I can't wait.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good luck.
Greg, since we have 5 minutes to kill, do you want to do the
Actually-
other stuff?
You know what? I do have something that is not on the agenda.
I don't know about that.
May I have something that's not on the agenda briefly, not this very minute, but
We will, after our next hearing, I will open it up to see what you want to talk about. Not knowing what you want to talk about, I may tell you this isn't the appropriate forum for it, I don't know, but I will absolutely give you a chance to at least let me know what you want to talk about. Okay, so we have to wait until 7:15, I'm assuming you're the Winchester folks. Yes, that's right. We have to wait till 7:15 because that was the posted time. No problem, that's no problem. I got a letter from Aldo, just with a kind of date update on one of the pending litigation items that we have, which is Wong et al. Versus Southborough Zoning Board of Appeals et al. Regarding Park Central. So the trial counsel's appeared, I will just read this so that it is verbatim as to what he conveyed to me. You guys may have received this as well, because it does say to chairman and board members. Please note that all trial counsels appeared before the Worcester Superior Court's presiding justice on the above referenced case, and a pretrial conference has officially been designated for February 6th, 2020, for a jury waiver de novo hearing on the original comprehensive 40B comprehensive permit grant. Furthermore, a trial conference has been scheduled for June 9th, 2020, and a trial is scheduled for June 18th, 19th, and a third day if needed. Very truly yours, Aldo A. Cipriano, Esquire. So, one of the things that we have out there relating to Park Central, and this is just an update on when certain hearings are taking place. I did talk to Aldo. There's nothing that is expected of us in relation to this. We're not expected to be called anything as far as he knows. We won't know until we get closer to the trial anyway. And if he determines he needs to talk to us about something related to it, he will request that we have an executive session. Okay? All right, got a few more minutes. Shall we do meeting minutes?
Sure.
Has everyone read the meeting minutes?
Yep.
Thank you. We still don't have a gavel.
I'm gonna get you one.
I really appreciate that.
Just, belongs down.
What's that?
It just belongs down there.
Yes, thank you. So does anybody have comments on the meeting minutes?
I had none, I looked at them and I was fine with them.
okay with me.
I don't have a comment, no.
All right, I just have one. Because, you know, we gotta throw one in every now and
You
then.
gotta make it look like you're paying
You
attention.
gotta be that guy.
That's what guys don't pay me anything to do. On page 3, which is in relation to 118, 120 Turnpike Road, about halfway through that paragraph, a sentence starts, Chairman Nicholson clarified that though there will be an addition of 375 parking spaces due to the nature of the buildings, the existing traffic will not increase by more than 10% at any point. I'd like to add, and the applicant confirmed that this would be the case. Okay. Because they're the ones that know what the traffic pattern is going to be. And other than that, I don't have any other comments. That was my one. So if someone would like to move that they are accepted as amended,
I will move to accept the minutes as just amended.
Second?
all in favor?
Yep.
All right. Okay, so we have those two things done. So now we get to wait for 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
How about our next?
Oh, we could talk about our next meeting? That would be great.
Do we have a next meeting?
We should have a next meeting.
October 16th.
Yes.
The meeting, I haven't had any applications, so it will just be a routine meeting. Anything else on the agenda that you guys want to add, just let me know.
I will not be available for
Okay.
that.
October
Is
16th?
it possible to propose if we don't have any agenda items, like any minutes from this month, just discuss at the November meeting?
If the only thing we have pending is approval of this meeting's minutes, we can postpone and just not have a meeting in October. Speaking of November,
Right.
there was some issue with the date that we had selected for that, right?
Yeah, so we had November 20th, I believe, and the town clerk asked that we reschedule because somebody's coming to do an open meeting law discussion for the whole public, and he wanted to make sure that anybody who wanted to go could go. So I don't know if you wanted to do it the week before, I think it's the 13th, because the next week is
The
Thanksgiving.
Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I would suggest the 13th.
Sure.
I seem to be free.
That's good for me.
I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow.
I'm sorry, what was the date again?
November 13th.
Number 13th? I don't see that as being a problem now.
Okay. Let's plan for it to be November 13th.
Okay, great. I do think that we might have somebody coming through for November.
For November?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, that puts us at 7:15 and 27 seconds.
Very well
So,
executed.
let's move on to the second item on the official agenda of the public hearing of 7 Winchester Street. And Katie, if you could read that in.
So the Board of the Appeals of the Town of Southborough will hold a public hearing in the hearing room of the Southborough Townhouse, 17 Common Street, on Wednesday, September 18th, 2019, at 7:15 PM, with regard to the petition of Kevin Quinlan, 7 Winchester Street, Southborough, Massachusetts. The petitioner is seeking a special permit to allow the enclosure of a pre-existing non-conforming carport located within the 10-foot minimum setback into a one-car garage in a Residence B district. Relief is requested under Section 174.83DC.
Okay, if you two would like to come up.
Good evening.
Good evening. Are the microphones on?
They are.
They're,
Hello, hello.
oh, fantastic.
Yeah, they're on.
All right. You could introduce yourselves and.
Okay, sure. I'm Isaac Lowe. I'd be the general contractor working on the project. This is Kevin Quinlan, the homeowner.
Okay.
So yeah, as you just heard, we're requesting a special permit to enclose the existing carport. I've included some pictures of what the existing had looked like. Basically, we were just looking to leave the existing foundation and walls as they currently are with the brick on the sides and just build walls on top of those to enclose it and add a garage door on the front so that it would be enclosed. But nothing else would be changing as far as the footprint or the foundation or anything like that. So, yeah, pretty straightforward. I think we also included a letter from the neighbor that it would most directly affect on the left side of the property, the side that the garage is on, who is fully in support, and I think they include the letter stating that, so, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Do we have any questions?
I don't have any questions, no.
I
I appreciate the pictures, photos, I thought they were great. I actually don't have any questions either.
So I think you just stated this, but I had been assuming that you were it's gonna be a tear down and build it. But you're gonna leave the existing brick walls, add walls on top of it.
Correct.
And close it.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and I assume as far as the walls abutting the house, is there a requirement for a fire code there that you need to comply with?
Yeah, we're gonna be adding a fire-rated sheetrock on
Gypsum?
that,
Yeah,
on that
yeah,
wall, yeah.
Okay, all right. But that would, I mean, I think that would all be through the building.
The building
inspector.
department, yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. No, I mean, it's an existing, non-conforming, your neighbor doesn't, that's neighbor on this side of the property.
Correct.
too, right? Yeah. Hard to see how we'd have an objection to that.
Would be. And you confirm that you're not changing any of the existing encroachments, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly. Yep.
Wanted to make sure of that. And then we did get a letter from Linda and Michael McGuire after Katie and my fabulous open meeting law training, which I will not talk about beyond this. I will read this in to the record.
Oh,
I do appreciate it.
This letter of intent is in support of my neighbor's request for a variance to the side yard setback requirement for an existing non-conforming lot. We understand the intention to enclose the existing carport for use of a garage. As the current homeowners of 9 Winchester Street, Southborough, MA, our property abuts 7 Winchester Street on the side in question of the existing carport. Please allow this letter to serve as our support for the request of a special permit to allow this construction to proceed. Thank you for your consideration. Respectfully submitted, Linda and Michael McGuire. So we have our public comment. We kind of don't have any real questions on our end. I don't see anybody else that would like to comment on this as the room is empty. You want Pan? Just So I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I second.
All in favor? All right, and a motion to approve the special permit for 7 Winchester Street.
Special permit, or just,
It is a special permit application.
I'll make a motion to accept the special permit as requested.
Second?
All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
All in favor? 4-0. Thank you very much.
Great. Thanks very much, you guys. So same situation, 20-day waiting period after it's filed, and
Correct. I'm glad you were listening.
you don't have to explain it again. Thank you very much.
All right.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. And
Our questioner's not here
our
right now.
questioner has,
Maybe
she left stuff.
I think she,
Well, I'd like to make a,
hurry up, Paul.
Yeah.
As soon as she sees them leave the building.
Take a little recess.
Why don't we take a recess we will take a recess until 7:30 to give her a chance to show back up,
That's fair.
Sure.
and hopefully she will. So we will go into recess.
is that something we vote on?
On this?
So,
Oh,
I would
okay.
anyways.
Let's, belt and suspenders.
Can I vote
I'd like a
again?
motion that we go into recess until 7:30. Okay, we are a couple minutes before 7:30, but we're going to come back into session because we're done with our agenda, but we have a citizen here to speak to us about something. I need you to go to somewhere where there's a microphone, introduce yourself, let us know where you live, and then we will hear what you have to say. And again, I don't know if this is the appropriate forum. We don't generally do just public comments. So.
Thank you. My name's Karen Sokel. I live at 16 Newton Street, and I have a project that has already been proposed to the building department, but I'm having a little bit of, there are a few challenges, and I'd like to run them by you, and also, I have to give you a little bit of history, so just bear with me for just a minute.
You know what,
I don't think this is.
Yeah, so, the zoning board of appeals, we are only allowed to sit and hear appeals to a decision. So if you have received a decision from the building commissioner and wish to appeal it, then you could come to us and ask for a variance to that decision or a special permit. But
I do have that.
well, then you would need to file for a variance.
Right.
And have that come before us?
And be on the agenda.
And be on the
Yes.
agenda and public comment to discuss the procedure you're having with the building commissioner is actually not anything we can adjudicate. That's outside of our purview.
I do understand that's the procedure. I did read that and so forth. My issue is that my proposal does not require a variance or a special permit. I live in a non-conforming, and it's not about a non-conforming structure that needs to be repaired and rebuilt, and is being apparently interpreted as being either a new or a new project, a new, something that's different. And I can't seem to, I'm having a bit of a communication difficulty because somebody won't let me finish a sentence down in the building department. So I have been trying to be very proactive and asked the building department back in June about this project to make sure it wasn't going to be an issue because my contractor wasn't going to be able to get to me until about this time of year, and I knew we'd be pushing the envelope since the deck that needs to be rebuilt is in order to support the roof that needs to be rebuilt. The deck is rotten, it can't support the new roof. So I'm in a real time crunch.
Yes.
And I was told that if I was just doing a repair and rebuild, there wouldn't be any problem. And now that my contractor submitted the proposal, it's been rejected.
So again, not having seen the proposal or anything like that, and we can't actually bring it up here because it's not publicly noticed or anything like that. So it's, even if you gave it to me right now, I couldn't comment on it. That would be inappropriate and
If we did, that would actually work against you.
Yeah.
So you don't want to comment, or that would, if something was wrong, that would actually not work in your favor. So it's definitely something to take up with unfortunately, I understand your frustration.
So what I will offer is for you to request a meeting with the building commissioner and myself
Okay.
privately.
That would be great.
That would be, that is something that we can do. I, as just the chairman, no quorum issues, no open meeting law issues. We can just have a discussion and try to figure out the best way forward.
Thank you, that would be amazing, that'd be great.
Okay.
Should I contact you and you could set, how do you want to proceed with that?
Katie is the assistant for the building commissioner, so she's aware of the thing. I'll be in touch with Lori and let her know that I offered it, so just do it through Katie in the building commissioner's office.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Mr. Nicholson. Thank you, board.
Okay. So
I'd
with that, we
Like
are
to
out
make
of
a
items.
motion to end the meeting here this evening?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you.